Today my son don't like me wearing my real hair. He don't. He says I don't know how to do an afro and stuff. So you know, he's worried about his mama. And I can understand that. My children are worried about me. I am a type 2 diabetic. And, I've had a lot of things happen in my life where I got fired for my disability. And I'm hearing so many people that were saying, oh, you're an able-bodied person. And, being a diabetic for a long time, it takes its toll on you. The medication takes its toll on you. And it reflects how you live and everything. So they have medicine. Everybody said, well, they have medicine that can control diabetes. And it's true. They do. But they also have, like me, my body is becoming insulin resistant. That means that it's getting to the point where medication is not going to do anything for me. It's just, I don't know. And I've been on trials and everything, and some help a little and some don't. And the thing about it is that people who in this country have always said that able-bodied people are lazy and they don't want to work and they need to cut the snap off and they tired of paying for people to eat and everything. But you have to wonder, and I'm not a big person. People that know me know I'm not a big person. And it's something that we have to realize something, and that is karma. See, when we sit here and we said that, America said, hey, we tired of taking care of lazy folks and we taking care of immigrants and everything, you have to realize who you saying it to. I don't see black folks getting on the internet crying about how helped they are. I don't see Hispanics getting on the internet talking about, hey, they cut my food stamps off. But you hear all these Trump supporters who voted for him are saying what is happening to him. See, one thing about it is that, people brag about being a Christian. People like it's a badge of honor. But in reality, Christian is not a label. It's a state of being. And I think that's where God is getting ready to show a lot of these folks that Christianity is not just saying it. You have to live it. You have to walk it. You have to be it. You just can't sit here and say, it's just like somebody saying, you know what, I'm black and they purple. Or I'm purple. A lot of people now are going through depression because they are scared. I went to the Social Security office the other day and it was packed, yay packed. And everybody is asking that question, what's going to happen to me? And by the look of it, it looks like nothing's wrong with them. But you got to take into account, there are people who are HIV positive and having symptoms. There are people who have cancer and have symptoms. There are people who are going through some medical reaction and need disability. See, the strangest thing about America is that, these folks that saying, oh, we giving all these illegal aliens free health care. Well, they cut the fraud out, but Americans still don't have health care. If we were cutting all these so-called immigrants that Marsha Blackburn keeps saying that, we cutting, we're saving so much money. Well, why is Tennessee companies are leaving? They're closing. If Trump did all this big, beautiful bill like she said, like Doge, she was bragging about Elon Musk and Doge, if they saved all this money, Why is it that there's so many people going down to the Social Security office scared about them being one of the millions that's going to be cut off? Why is it that if the school system was so precious and built on that, why is it that, come on, why they worried about the funding? If SNAP, they cutting SNAP off. Now this is where it hits reality. They cutting SNAP off. And I talked to a former coworker, and she talking about how now the down there in Hamilton County, they so nice and sweet, and they change things, and they trying to help everybody get on. Oh, and that lawsuit that that is still pending in federal court about how they were doing the SNAP program, how they was denying people when they turned stuff in, and how they were the caseworkers was lying and telling you, oh, they can't shred anything now. They can't shred anything. They have to put it in boxes. That's because it's part of discovery now. That because of a lawsuit, you can't shred anything. You can't get rid of anything. You have to have it. You have to have it on file. So, with that being said, with all of that being said, which reminds me, I got to do something today. Which reminds me is that where is all this money? Where is all this money? Mental health is going to be at a rise. People are getting depressed. Some are getting beyond depressed. Because you got to realize something. See, be careful what you wish for. Because you will get it in the end.